These restaurant workers can tell you the customer is not always right. Like this Texas woman who was so mad about her soup being too hot that she threw it in the manager's face.
My eyes were stinging so bad, they were burning, and the spices were all like inside of the top part of my nose, and it caused me to have a nosebleed.
Janelle Broland was the manager on duty who had to deal with the disgruntled customer. She says she tried her best to make it up to her.
I, of course, offered her like refunds and was trying to get her either a replacement meal or just something completely different if she wasn't in the mood for soup anymore. And she just continued to yell.
But Broland says the woman didn't seem to want anything she had to offer her and eventually got so fed up that she discarded the soup in Broland's face. Now the customer, 31-year-old Amanda Martinez, faces 1 count of assault causing bodily injury and could spend up to a year in jail if convicted.
Let's go. Hey.
This diner waitress was applauded for standing up to a rude customer and kicking him out the door.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Sandra Albert says the man was a semi-regular customer at her New York diner. There have been issues before, but this night was worse than it had been in the past.
You're not gonna call me a bitch.
After weeks of frustration, Albert said she had enough and told him to go find another place to eat.
He had to go one way or another.
Let's go. Hey.
A Georgia man got a hard lesson in keeping his hands to himself after groping a waitress at a pizzeria and getting taken down to the ground.
I honestly didn't even give it much thought. I did it. I didn't even know I could do that.
Amelia Holden says she surprised herself with her quick reaction. Surveillance video shows that just a second after the man made his move, she made hers, putting him on the floor and scolding him in front of the entire establishment.
A lot of things that I can't really repeat.
The man was arrested and eventually pleaded guilty to sexual battery.
I don't care who you are, you have no right to disrespect me.
These teens didn't order toxic fumes with their burgers, but they got a lot of it from some jokers.
We seen a group of people pull up. They were literally outside the entrance door. As soon as they opened the door, they let out a bunch of coal.
It's a prank called rolling coal, where people bombard unsuspecting victims with thick plumes of exhaust. On this night, the victims were teens at a Whataburger in Texas after a high school football game. No injuries were reported, but it's a stunt that could make one lose their appetite. And this woman may have overreacted when she was denied the food she was craving. The NYPD says the possibly hangry woman took an aluminum baseball bat to the windows of a store when they ran out of Jamaican beef patties. It happened at a restaurant in the Bronx in 2019. According to the owner, after the customer was told that beef patties were sold out, she got upset and left. She shocked everyone when she returned with a bat and started wrecking the place. Police say she still hasn't been arrested, but hopefully she got something to eat. And we'll leave the batting to the Yankees. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.